While the misery in Gaza was unrelenting on Monday, dozens of Palestinians carried their lives on their backs, searching for more food. The growing rift between Tel Aviv and Washington was laid bare again by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's decision to yank a planned visit to Washington by his top advisors.
It was a bit surprising and unfortunate.
The White House was hoping to use that visit to convince Israel to change course on its planned assault on Rafah in Gaza's south. Netanyahu was angry that the U.S. abstained from Monday's UN resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Netanyahu wanted the U.S. to reject it and said the U.S. had changed its position. But the White House says Netanyahu was well aware of the resolution and the U.S.'s position on it long before the vote, that the U.S. did not change its position, and that Netanyahu was needlessly creating a division.
As you and I are speaking, we are still providing tools and capabilities, weapon systems, so that Israel can defend itself against which we agree is still a viable threat to Hamas.
Even with the passage of the UN resolution, Hamas has not released any hostages, and Israel has not stopped its assault, leading to pessimism in Gaza.
We don't want a ceasefire to be temporary, unless it is complete, constant, and permanent. Anything less than that is not necessary. Tomorrow, we will return to missiles, destruction and killing.
On Monday, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant met with top Biden administration officials who told him that alternatives to a Rafah ground invasion would not only save lives, but ensure Israel's security. But Gallant took a hardline position as he arrived.
We have no moral right to stop the war while there are still hostages held in Gaza. The lack of a decisive victory in Gaza may bring us closer to a war in the north.
The White House says it does not have an indication that Israel will begin its Rafah assault in the coming days. And for the moment, all eyes turn to the negotiations in Doha for what might be the last best hope of a ceasefire. Andy Roesgen, TRT World.